And they say that waste is a design flaw, and that 80% of all waste is created at the design stage. So we really look at what we're doing at the beginning of the life cycle of a product to see how we can reduce the impacts of waste at the end of life.
And we're faced with this monumental challenge with climate change and agriculture, which is actually the founder of culture. Right? Without agriculture, there is no human culture.
And if you haven't got something that humanity really needs, how do you start thinking about that? Because we're going to get to a point where I think increasingly the pressure is going to be on brands, where consumers basically, I guess like cigarettes are the great example, where we've been through this kind of transition where 50 years ago your GP would be prescribing you cigarettes if you had a tickly cough. Now they are persona non grata. It's like we struggle to see how you fit into our future. And I just think there's going to be a lot of other products or categories where people start going, hang on a minute, you cause more destruction to the planet in your existence than any positivity, any happiness, or any good that you might provide on the other side of the ledger.
What is the ethos behind your brand? What's your purpose? What impact do you want to have? And I think recognizing that every engagement, every touch point, every conversation, every piece of content you put out in the world does say something about who you are, what you believe in, and what people should think about you as a brand.
I think we've learned, COVID is a very great example, I think, of where we have learned as humans that we are much stronger when we are together, that we're dependent on our neighbors, that we're dependent on our communities, that we're dependent on working together as opposed to working against each other.
So it was whilst I was on that 4-week trip in Manila that I started thinking about our food culture here in Australia, and about how we love going out for breakfast and lunch and dinner and brunch and drinks, and we're living in this golden age of the foodie, and how we love our food here. And I was thinking we shouldn't feel guilty about that because it's a beautiful part of the Australian culture, but how can we tap into that to help these children over there?
So I think a lot of listeners know that it's a type of economy where, just like in nature, no raw materials are lost, and that the residual product of one, or the waste of one product, is the food for the other. And during my lectures, I always refer back to the circle of life from